Hi, my name is Mauricio. This is the first video of the tutorial series on how to create a small book using LaTeX, a brief introduction to the basic elements for writing a thesis or book using LaTeX. I would like to show you again what are going to be the aims for this video, or you can maybe skip the first minutes if you have already seen the overview video. In this first video, I will show you how to create a title page with the title, the name of the author, the date, and a table of contents with the chapter and sections and the page corresponding to each of those. And everything is created automatically with just one command. After that, we will create our very first chapter and talk a little bit about the different text groups that you can use in a book. After that, we will talk about how to create automatically enumerated equations, how to refer to those, how to create multiple equations, and how to also create mathematical content within the text. After that, I will show you how to set the very basic page settings, like the margin. And at the end, we will create I will show you how to create some footnotes and an index. I will, in this video, I will go through all of these commands and explain, what I know, from each of these commands, and why you need them and why you need some packages for other commands. And that would be everything else. I can only explain you small things because, my knowledge is very basic of LaTeX, but it's enough for creating this kind of documents. If you need any further help, I would recommend you to do what I do. Just go to Google and look for something else. Okay, but still, I hope that this video helps you with the very basic elements, so you are more or less independent in order to create your own document. Well then, we're going to start. Oh, before I forget it, this is the entire code for this video. It's not very long. I will upload the complete code in a PDF to Dropbox or wherever I can upload it, and post the link below in the video description. So if you are already familiar with LaTeX and you only want to know how do I do something that you could see in the PDF, so just go and take a look at the code. Okay. And for everybody else who actually also wants to have the code. But actually, where I am going to go through all the code with you, and you should actually be able to create the complete code by yourself. So, okay, first we want to create, of course, a new document. That's what you can do here. Okay, okay, we're going to save it right away. Okay, Control S for saving, or File, Save As, and we're going to make it here. This is how I am going to take. Okay, how to book 1 for the first chapter. Okay, so first we would like to create our very first lines. I would recommend you to already do two things, or to separate two main sections of the code. In the first one, you will usually put your document informations, like what kind of class you're going to create, a document class, like are you going to create a book, are you going to create an article, are you going to create a PDF presentation or something like that. And after that, so in the next section, I would those comment symbols percent are made with shift and 5. Well, at least in the German keyboard. I don't know where it is in yours, but with that you can put a comment which is will be not compiled as commands. Well, in the first section, the documents, the packages that you need, is the definition of new commands and all that stuff. And after that, so you will want to create your actual document, and this is on the second section. First, we have to declare what kind of document class we're going to create here, and that is done with the backslash. The backslash is created with Alt-GR and okay. Well, in the German keyboard is then the button right from the 0. I don't know where it is on your keyboard, you have to search for that, but this backslash is very important, and you will usually, you will use it a lot for each command. So to declare the first document class, you just either you write really document class, or using the text maker editor, you just write those two and already get the one you want. And pressing enter, then you can select that, or if you want something else, just go with the arrows up and down. We want to create, well, this parenthesis, this ones in those ones you put the options for the command or for what you want to use. In this case, we are not going to use any options, so delete those. And here we want to create book. Okay, and we would like to give the book also some more information. Who's going to be the author? In my case, it's going to be me, Mauricio, and we are going to give it a title. A brief introduction to the basic elements for writing a thesis or book using LaTeX. Okay, those are those two. The other thing that you will, I would recommend you to use or to leave space for it is for all the packages that you're going to need. Oh, sorry. Another section for the page settings, and the last one for your own commands that you will usually create in each document. And after that, you can create the actual document within the environment begin document. So, and well, TextMaker creates already also the end, because with to every begin you'll always have to have an end, and between those two it's going to happen what you have commanded here. Here we would like to create our document, and the very first thing that we would like to create is, of course, the title page. Okay. And how do you do that? Well, you do that using the command make title. Okay, so you save that, and in order to compile this, you have different options. Okay, first, well, let me see what I have here in quick build. We're going to use the easiest one, this one, PDF LaTeX and View PDF. So with this quick build, I am going to compile everything that I have in my code and create a PDF, and it's going to show me the PDF after that. So put OK, save, Control S, and well, the quick build is you can either press on that one or press F1 each time. Well, F1 is a lot easier. It's compiling now. Wait, it's way too big. So, and here we go. Here we have our very first page. That's not the way I want it. Yeah, our very first page with the title of what we're writing on, the name of the author, and the date. Also a very useful shortcut that you might want to use is if you go here to shortcuts, here, toggle focus editor PDF viewer. I think as a per default you have their control space. I like more Control Alt P. If you want to change it, just click on that and click on that and type whatever you think it's cool for you. Using that, you can change very easily between the code and the PDF that you're taking a look at. So we have created our first page, the title page, with the title, name of the author, and the date. If you want to change the date because you just want to, you can give it, I don't know, 11 of June 1980, F1, and there you go. You can see where I'm going to put this one. Yeah, that, well, it changes that, but maybe you might need that. So now we will like to create our very first chapter, and that's done with the command chapter. And the first chapter we are going to name it what was it? Text structure and equations. Well, we're going to talk about some other stuff also, but well, that's going to be the title of the chapter. In that chapter, we are going to also create some sections. We're going to talk about the different text groups on the text structure. After that, we would like to talk about how to create equations. Holy crap. After that, we are how to make the very basic page settings. And at the end, we would like also to create some footnotes and an index. That would be the content for this video. Since the well, first I want to show you what this is going to do. Save, compile, F1. So we have that one. Holy, what the? Okay, weird. So we have the first page, then an empty page, and everything that we have created now in the code. Our chapters and the different sections are already in there. What you can see there, each time the red box is exactly the line where I am at the moment. So if I go now to basic page settings and I go back to the PDF, so in my case Control Alt and P, so it will show you each time also where you are actually, and also a very oh no, that doesn't work here. Well, that's all for that. Okay, since the the code is actually very, very long, or well, it will get long so, in time. I would recommend you to optically, well, let's do just 100 columns. Wait. Optically to also be able to separate the different parts. I would do a very huge line of this comment symbols, about 100 columns, and that one well, for my taste, I always do 3 of those before and at the end of each chapter. And between sections, I usually do 1. But, well, that's personal taste. You can do it as you like. So, we are going to begin with the first section. Well, in LaTeX, for the book document class, you're able to create different text groups. I'm going to get the code and notes. I don't want to bore you while writing all that stuff down. Wait. So, well, as I said, in LaTeX, well, this is the code. Well, let me compile it, then you can see that more nicely here in the PDF. In LaTeX, the book document class, or for the book document class, you're able to create chapters, sections, subsections, sub-subsections, and so on, and appendices. That's what we already created, some chapters and sections. And the other thing that we're also interested in is to create a table of contents. How can you do that? Well, you can do that using the command table of contents, and I will show you now where to put it and why you have to compile the documents more than one time. Well, we would love to have the table of contents right after the title page, or somewhere before the first chapter. And how do you do it? After the command make title, you just put table of contents. And with that command, I'm going to press F1. Now a table of contents is created, but as you can see, there is nothing in there, although we have already created chapters and sections. The explanation for that, well, what I know for that is what I have written here. In the first run, the different contents are collected. In the second run, or the second time you compile the code, the contents are added to the table. That means that now I can go back to the table of contents. I go back to the code, and I compile this again, F1, and there you go. There you have our first chapter and the corresponding page numbers. Notice that I haven't written anywhere here that this is the first chapter. I only wrote chapter and the title of all that, and also to the different sections. This is the nice thing of one of the nice things of LaTeX, that you can always just begin to write something else elsewhere. I'm going to compile that, and another chapter that I created before the chapter we just wrote. On the first run, again, the table of contents will not be up to date. In the second run, there you go. That's why you usually have to compile this 2 times. I think that that's actually quite annoying. So I would like to do that automatically, that it compiles 2 times, so I can get the actual version of that. You can do that by going to Options, Configure Text Maker, and going to quick build. And here you are able to either take one of those options or create your own procedure for the compilation. And here, well, you can take or you can guide yourself by what you have already been using. For example, I want to create, if I have to compile it 2 times, well, I'm going to compile it 2 times, and after that, I would like to take a look at the PDF. This is with the PDF viewer. And, okay, and I'm going to use that. Okay, type it again. So now we have this F1. Wait. So we have our table of contents with all that stuff. And now I am going to again create a new chapter, blah, blah, blah. Save, compile F1. And already at the first run, I get, with the quick build, which has 2 runs within it now, we get already the actual content of line. Table of contents, sorry. So that's so we have created our table of contents and our first section. And well, now we would like to already begin with the equations. I mean, that's the main reason why we use actually LaTeX. So let me get this the first lines. So compile, and let's take a look at that. Well, LaTeX is strongly used in order to create mathematical-oriented content. That's what I said already. Usually you will want to create automatically enumerated equations you are able to refer to. This can be done with the environment equation, like this. What I want to show you now, well, that's exactly what I have just read. And you need the environment equation. You can bring that up with the begin, then equation, enter. And well, for my taste, I usually go with the tab, with one tab just to the right in order to separate text and equation stuff as well optically, but well, you can do it as you want. So we would like to create an equation with some Greek symbols. Greek symbols, well, everything in LaTeX is used with this backslash. We have here, I want to use the Greek symbol lambda, and I want to put a superscript there, capital V, and a subscript I want to put another Greek symbol alpha. This should be equal to lambda superscript capital VI subscript 2 and zeta V alpha, and a point since the sentence ends there. So I'm going to compile that, and as you can see, we have created here our very first equation with a number. The first number refers to the chapter, and the second number refers to the in this case the first equation within the first chapter. So I already used a lot of stuff here. First, well, the environment equation, then how to create a superscript that is with this symbol, with this hat, that, well, in the German keyboard you have it left from the number 1. To create subscript, you use the underline, which is, well, in the German keyboard again is used with shift and minus, or well, you have to search for that. Well, on, or maybe an option for that. If you cannot find that right away, You can also use these buttons at the side. With here, you can do a subscript, and you get the code exactly there where you were, or also a superscript. Yeah. Oh, something very, very important I forgot is at the beginning. When you create your chapters, sections, and whatever it is, so, there is here a button called structure. You can click on that, and here you get everything that you have defined here. First is the chapters and all the sections that you have created, and by clicking on those you go exactly to the line where that was defined. That's very, very useful as while you write as a very huge document, and to be able to edit multiple sections, or well, in the first place is to navigate through the huge document. So now we have created our very first equation using Greek symbols. Oh, something very important also. Well, let me show you what happens if you forget this parenthesis. Save, compile F1. The command for superscript has to be normally well, if you don't use those parentheses, it is applied to the very first character that follows that command. That means in this case that is going to be applied only to the capital V, not for the I. In order to change that, in order to well have everything well what I want up, you need those parentheses. It's the same also for the subscript. If I put here a 3 and compile that, then the 3 is not going to be where I want it to be. For that, I would need to put this parenthesis. There you go. Well, I want only the 2. And that's all, I think, so for the creation of equations. Now, what we would like to do is also to label equations, so we can also refer to them in the text. Let me get the lines. So, in order to be able to refer to defined equations, they have to be labeled using the command label. After labeling any equation, the label will appear in the structure area, and you will be able to refer to the equation using the command ref, like this, like what I'm going to show you now. So first, we have to label the equation with the command label. Here I am going to label the equation mathematical content equation lamp. So, and I'm going to use the this is the command equation reference. And the nice thing of this editor is that if I have already created a label, it will also give me a selection or of all the labels that I have defined until now. So I can already click on that and everything is done. And as I already said, if you define a label, you go to the structure area and you open up labels. There you have it. This area, the structure area, is very useful, and you will find it as you will find everything that you have defined within your code as well in this area. That's it, and we should get now our very first error. So we are going to compile this. Yay! Oh, well, it's not yay when you get an error, but it's what I wanted to show you also. Here in the message and log section, if you get any errors, you will be told as on which line the error is and a message with which you can sometimes find why it does not work, and so you can search for a solution of that. So our error is now in line 53. Well, I have just written everything down, so it's somewhere in this line here, and it's actually this one. Take a look at the message. Undefined control sequence, blah 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 blah, like this ref. Usually it is this one. Well, the command that is makes a problem. The problem is here that the control sequence is not defined, as you can see in the message. Why? Because the command equation reference requires a very special package. And this is the very first package that you're going to use. And how do you use packages? You use packages with the command use package. Either you can use a package with options or without options. In this case, we're going to use without options, and the package for that is called AMS math. And this package is required or needed for the command equation reference. And I don't want it to, just want to write that. So with this package, then it should be okay to compile this. True. I'm going to press F1. And there you go. So we have labeled our very first equation, and we are referring to that to the equation with that label within the text with the command equation reference. So that's exactly what you can see here. And let me compile this. F1. Yeah. We're going to another page now. Okay. After labeling an equation, the label will appear in the structure area, blah. Okay. If you have not imported the package AMS math, you will get your first error. That's what happened. Telling you that the line, telling you the line where something is wrong and the issues. Import the package using use package, and everything should be fine. That's what I just showed you. The next thing is that, well, for some reasons, sometimes you will not want an equation to be numbered. This can be achieved with the environment equation star. That's what I'm going to show you now. Again, begin equation, and here to just put the star and tab. We're going to just take the very same equation we just created here. Okay, and there you go. It's exactly the same equation, but no number. Okay, next thing is compile. Okay. Well, automatically enumerated equations are very useful in order to always be able to reference to every point in an explained idea. But at some occasions, you will want to present not a result, but the derivation of it by explicit calculation. One way to do this is using the environment's equation array and equation array with a star. So, as you can imagine, the equation array has numbers on it, and the equation array star has none. And now I'm going to do an example of that. Again, begin equation array. So, what do we want to write here? We would like to create more or less some equations. F of x. In the environment equation array, you have to separate the things with this symbol. German keyboard is done with Shift and the number 6. So everything before this first symbol is going to be on the left. Between the symbols, it's going to be in the center, and after the symbol, it's going to be on the right. So we are going to create x minus x1 multiplied by x minus x2. And now I'm going to change the line. How do you change a line in an equation array? You do it by this by the double backslash. Again, and I'm going to multiply everything and it's going to be x squared minus x1 plus x2 multiplied by x plus x1 multiplied by x2. So save. I'm going to compile this, F1, and there you go. So here we have multiple equations. The thing for equation array is that well, every equation is going to be numbered. When I have to give such a derivation, I usually do not enumerate any of that, but the final result, and I write it in a new equation, because the final result is important, not the derivation itself. So I usually use the environment equation array with the star. Now I would like to show you how to create appendices for a certain reason. Something before that. If you want to create a new paragraph, you can do it by leaving an empty line. Okay. So this is the new stuff that I'm going to talk about. Compile. So some calculations are way too big and not interesting for the main text. So some of them are given in appendices, which you can of course also refer to. Appendices are created at the end of the text with the environment appendix, in which you are able to define again chapters, sections, subsections, and blah blah blah, and so on. Each of these in the appendix, and of course all chapters and sections in the main text, can also be labeled and referred to. After labeling them, they will again appear in the structure area, and you can refer to them using the command autoref from the package hyperref. For example, the proof of, I'm going to refer to this equation and then refer to the created appendix. So first, I would like to show you how to create an appendix. We're going to do that after the complete document. So I am going to create that here. So we're going to begin an appendix. I don't know why, but this command is not actually in TextMaker, or I don't know what. You have to write that down. So we're going to create a chapter in this appendix. How we are going to call that chapter? We're going to call that proof. Proof of theorem, whatever you have to give an appendix or what you need. And within that chapter, we're going to also create a section which is going to be the explanation of that, and then the theorem and proof itself. And in order that you can really see everything, we're going also to create another chapter, which is going to be called more stuff. So I'm going to save that, F1, compile. And okay, let's take a look at that. So there, you have an appendix with the two sections. Notice that the chapter symbols for the appendix are letters. Here, Appendix A was the first appendix that we created, proof of a theorem, and Appendix A, proof of a theorem, the two sections. And after that, we created a second appendix, Appendix B, that's called more stuff. And so we created an appendix, and now we would like to just refer to that, or write that the proof of that equation is given given in autoref. There's no label here. I have to label appendix, of course. Label, how do I want to call that label? Appendix proof theorem is given in autoref appendix. Right, there you go. So save F1. Undefined. Oh, of course, yeah, sure. I of course forgot to yeah, the package hyperref has to be loaded. Then we go just before the document again to the packages and use package without options. Let's call hyperref, and this package is needed for the command autoref. Save, compile F1. Yes. Wait. As I remember, this first error is fine. Just compile it again, F1. Yeah, no problem. Yay. So now here again the text. We created the reference that the proof of the equation 1 is given in appendix A. So nice. And as you can notice, something has changed. Now our reference get colored boxes, and you can click on them. Before importing the package hyperref, you were not able to do that. And this this package is very useful because you can create hyperlinks within the PDF you can click on. So if you're going to write a very large document and you're referring to something that is, I don't know, 10 pages before what you're reading, reading now, you can just click on that and go back. And also to optically see when you are referring to something. Okay, and let me take that out. Where can I see that? No, it's not there. I want to show you also something. Wait. So the first thing that I want to show you, if you go to the what's the name? Where you have your files, you will find first the text file, which has the code that you're writing on, and then you will also find the PDF that was created. And wait, where is the PDF? There you go. And in the PDF, now with the package hyperref, these hyperlinks were created in the PDF. So you can navigate within your entire document just clicking on them. And that's a very nice thing, especially if you're going to write a very large document. Okay, so, and let me get the next lines. And yeah, so compile this one. But okay, well, yeah, that this first well, in the first run you will usually get an error. Ignore it, run it again, and well, that was with the error after the importing of the hyperref package, and the hyperlinks which are created also in the PDF. And the last thing that I want to show you in this section is how to create mathematical content within the lines. Sometimes you will also want to create equation or mathematical content in the very line you are writing on. These equations or mathematical content can be created, or this can be done. Oh, I have to change that. Can be done with the mathematical environment, which is open up with the $sign. So first I should change this. Ooh. For example, $sign, and well, in the German keyboard you put that with Shift 4, and whatever you write between those, it's going to be in math mode, so to speak. I don't know, f of x is, what did I want to write? Oh yeah, x to the power of that. Wait. If I don't put this parenthesis, it's not gonna work. You know that already. Sine of x. No. So F1. Why do I get from that? Weird. Okay. So there you go. So now we have mathematical content with the mathematical fonts that you can also see in the equation environments, but within the line. So, well, that's for that section, and we will continue with the basic page settings. Well, now I'm going to show you how to make the very basic page settings. Well, actually, only I'm going to show you how to set the margins, but well, the rest is actually, well, for my taste, is already quite neat how LaTeX automatically do that. If you need more information, then, well, sorry, you have to go to Google in that case. Well, first, or let me go to the PDF by compiling, so you can see something. Well, as you can see, the margins are very big in the default settings. Well, that's something that I personally don't like a lot. I like to have more space for what I'm writing, and so I would like to change the margins. How do you do that? Okay, wait. Okay, well, in order to set the size of the text box, you have to import the package geometry. As options to this package, you can set the margins and therefore indirectly the text box. And that's what we're going to do now. We go back before the document, and we are going to import a package. And this one I am going to put it under page settings. We need a package with options. And the package, it's called geometry. And okay, well, I'm going to use only one so you can see the difference. Left, and to the left I'm going to give 2 centimeters. Compile that, and wow, wait, that's weird. Okay, as you can see, now the margins have been changed. Now the left margin has 2 centimeters, and the right is actually also changed, but not the way I still like it. Oh, something very important that, well, sadly you cannot see that here, but okay, how do I show you that? Okay, we're going to do the right, but I'm going to do something very large so you can see the difference. Okay, so this is page 5. Odd pages is what there you can see where you're defining that the left margin is now 2 centimeters and the right margin is 5 centimeters. For even pages, it's the opposite of that. Okay, this is due to well, the default settings for the class book. Here you can put the option one side, and then you have everything just one definition. I personally like the default setting and leave it by that. But still, we are going to put just, well, 2 centimeters and on the top, What do we want to have there? 3 centimeters. And at the bottom, we want to have 4, for example. Okay, we're going to compile that now again. And what do we have now? Yeah, now we have a huge text box where you can see almost everything there. So that's how you set the margins, well, and the margins and therefore indirectly the text box. And the next thing that I would like to show you is how to change something that, well, sometimes it's annoying or not, depending on your taste, is that at the beginning of each of a new paragraph, you get an empty space before that. And those paragraphs and the space, it's active for all new paragraphs, not for the very first line in a new section. So how do you set that? Now I would like to show you how to create footnotes and an index. Okay, let me compile this. So, well, sometimes you will want to give extra information or comments on a topic you're writing on. This can be done by footnotes. The page using the command footnote by the word you want to create you want to write a footnote for. Due to the package hyperref, the footnote numbers will also be highlighted, as you can see here with these red boxes. And clicking on them in the PDF will redirect you to the footnote. There, some stuff and more stuff. And as you can see in the code, it's exactly that text, and I created 2 footnotes just by the word footnotes and with the command footnote. And between these parentheses, what I want in the footnote to be. Okay. Okay. So, oh wait. Now there's still an error there. If something. Okay. Well, if you're planning to write something very large, every reader will thank you a lot if you create an index with the most important concepts and their page numbers in order to easily find them. First, you have to import the package make IDX and put directly beneath it the command make index. Second, you have to define where you want the index to be printed with the command print index. After setting those, you are able to index any word in your text with the command index, for example, word, and compile. And then you have to use this procedure: compile, make index, compile, PDF. We'll create a PDF with the index. That's the command that I want. I wanted therefore I wanted it to index the word word, and I wanted it to appear in the index as word 1. So, as I already described, we have to do 2 things. First, to import the package make index here. Use package make IDX, and directly after that, well, the package is needed for index. And after that, we need the command make index. So, and after that, let me go to the PDF again. It will show me. Okay. So we have the package, the command, and after that we need also the command print index where we want the index to be printed. So where do we want the index to be printed? Well, I like it more at the end of the document. And here I'm going to put print index. and there it should be printed. But I'm going to compile this, and now I have everything that I would need, but except the right compilation. So if you compile everything, no matter how often you compile it, there will be no index, because you need to make index separately and do it again and again and again. But I will recommend you to create again your own quick build in the way that you have it already in the right procedure. So we have to compile it. After that, we make the index. After that, we compile it again, and it would be terrific if we could take a look at the PDF after that. So, having everything set, it's going to reset to the beginning of the code. And now, save and F1. Well, that's exactly where I am now. And I indexed this word, and ta-da, ta-da, yeah, there we have it, our index with our first entry word. Well, I wanted it to appear as word 1 in the index, and thanks to the package hyperref, I can click on that and go to the page where the word can be found. But as you can see, the word is not very optically not easy to find. So therefore, it might be useful to make some changes. So here, compile. Okay. So, well, that's what I just said. So in order to this in one run, you can edit the fast compilation, the quick build, and create one compile, make index, compile in PDF version. With this fast compilation, or quick build is actually the right word, description, with F1, new index entries should appear at once. Here, it's the second index entry that I just defined, and as you can see also in the PDF, there we have it, the second one. And the third one is what I want to talk about now. Yeah, this is this one. Since indexed words are important, it would be also quite useful for every reader to be able to optically easily find those words in the text. We can do this by making the words bold and all emphasize them, like what you can see here. The explicit commands would be quite annoying and in a long document, so it would be great if we could create a special command for this. With the new command, you're able to do this by defining and parameterizing it before the document. So, what do I mean by that? This bold and emphasize word is what you can see here. First, well, maybe I do it again here. In order to make some text bold, you make that, you use that command, and in order to emphasize something, you use that command. And between those two, I can write something. It's exactly what you can see here. And the totality of all that, it's the word that I am going to put in the index as word 3. Yep, and that's what you were able to see that in the PDF. That word, and if you go to the index, word 3 in that page. But now we would like to, because, well, I would like to create new commands which do this shortly, because I find it actually quite annoying to write all that each time for each word that I want to index, and therefore I am going to write two versions. In the very first command, I would like to do everything in one run. I am going to make the new command, and so in the first parenthesis you put the name of your new command. I am going to call that idx bold emphasized, and it will have one input. So, and what's going to do this new command? It's going to make something bold, it's going to emphasize it, and here with this I don't know how you call that symbol, but with that symbol is where you put the entries, the input that you're going to use. You will understand it after writing the next command also. And what I put in this command, it's going to be there, and I also want it to be in the index. What do I mean by that? So if I go down and now put I use my command index bold emphasize, and I put the word for example. Now save and compile. While compiling, that what I put right into the command, this word for, is going to be emphasized, bold, and it's going to be put in the entry as I just wrote it with word for. Now, well, first let's take a look at the PDF. There is no word for there. Now save, compile, F1. Undefined control sequence for its document idx bold. What the idx bold? Huh? What's the problem here? Wait again. Wait. Okay, found it. Just typing error. Okay. Yeah, no problem now. Wait, let me go to the line actually, so we are already there. Okay, and as you can see, now we have word for, bold and emphasized, and in the index we have the next entry on page 7. So, the other, I will make also the other version of that. I'm going to create a very similar command that I'm going to call also the same but with a Z, and it's going to have two inputs. So you also see what happens if you want to, or how do you do it if you want to have more than one parameter for a command. The first input is going to be the word in the text that is going to be bold and emphasized, and the second input to the command is going to be the how I want that to appear in the index. So if I want idx emphasized, bold and emphasized, Z, it's going to have two inputs. That's what you can see here. So in the first one, again word, and in the index I want to appear it as word 5. So compile, and so there you go. you only have Word there, and in the index we have the next entry. Okay, I think there is something more. Wait. Yep. So compile. Yeah. Something we haven't noticed until now is that the index does not appear in the table of contents. This is because the index does not count as a text group. Still, it would be great if it would appear there. This can be done by adding a content line to the table of contents with the command add contents line. As you can see here, the index does not appear, although it is created. So we are going to correct it with the command add contents line. Contents line, and this command has 3 inputs. In the first one, you have to write to which list you want to add a content line. Is it for the table of figures, table of list of figures, list of tables, or to the table of contents, TOC? And as what do you want it to appear, as a chapter, as a section, as a subsection, and blah blah. We want it to appear there as a chapter, and we want that to appear as with the title index. So we should be able to go through that and define controls add contents line. Okay, wait. Nah, of course. Wait. This should be then fine. What the? Nah, typing error. Okay, so if we go now to the table of contents, there we go. We have the index on page 11, but on the page 11 we already have our appendix. So the page number is wrong because our index is on page 12. We have to correct that. Yep. Okay, compile. So we have added a new content line, but well, sadly the index page number is wrong, as I just showed you. In order to correct this, the command new page has to be inserted before the index in order to create a new page. You may notice that all chapters begin at odd pages. As you can see here, chapter 1 at page 5, and all the chapters that you will create, also appendices, are on odd pages. And if a chapter ends at also at an odd page, there you will also you will always see an empty page before that. The inserted index is printed on an even page. The index is right now on page 12. That's well, it's not bad, but well, we would like, or I like it that more than if the index would be also on an odd page as all the chapters. The index directly after the second appendix. Yeah, we would like to have our index also on an odd page in order to keep everything as unified as possible. Adding a new page will not work since there is no content between the new pages. What I mean by that is that you cannot use a new page 2 times. It will not work. A very brute solution here is to add invisible content between the new pages with the command mbox with nothing in it. The index then appears on the next page as we wanted. The only problem with this solution is that clicking on the index in the table of contents will not redirect you properly. Sorry, this is the only brute solution I know about, and that's the thing. So if somebody gets a more elegant solution, I would be very grateful if you would leave me a comment so I can edit this part of the tutorial. So, as already described, we can add a new page, F1, and as you will see, well, now the index is still on page 12, but now the index in the table of contents is shown in its right page. But as I already wrote, is that adding a new page before that will not change anything. The index is still on page 12. So what did I wrote there is that the one very brute solution here is to use the command mbox and nothing in it. So the input stays empty. What I'm doing with that is creating content, but not putting anything in there. So there is a new page, then content. Well, no content actually, but still I am given the command that something is in there. And after that, I'm going to create a new page. And what it's going to do is that now the index is on page 13. And in the table of contents, as you can also see, the index is on page 13. But the problem is, as I already wrote, is that if you click on the index, you will be redirected to the appendix. I am very sorry, but this is really the only solution that I know about. Again, if you find a more elegant solution, please leave a comment so I can correct this, and so everybody can be also happy with the more elegant solution. I think that's almost everything for this video. Yep. And the last thing is, well, I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff because, well, I don't want to bother you with all that, how to write it, but I am going to make a new section here with all the commands that we used during this video. So in this video, I show you how to begin a document. First, you have to declare what class of document you're going to use. In our case, it's a book. How to set the author, the title, how to use begin and end, how to create begin the actual document, how to create the title page, how to create the different text groups, and the table of contents, how to create mathematical content, how to label equation, and how to refer to them. But before that, you need to import some packages. Where are more equation environments, how to create appendices. We also talk about how to use the package hyperref with the command autoref, how to create mathematical content within the text, how to set the margins using the package geometry, how to set the space at the beginning of the first line of the paragraphs, how to set footnotes, how to create an index, how to create your own new commands, and how to create a new contents line in the table of contents. So that's all for this video, and well, I hope you find this useful and not too boring. If you think that something was good or something was bad, I would be very pleased if you would leave some comments there so I can change that and hopefully help more people with this. So then maybe on the next video. Bye.